Hey y'all, I am Nikki with Avery Lane Creations and ALC Yarns, and this is the Yarn Everywhere podcast. And this is episode 12. So, I honestly don't have much to talk about today. It has been a really productive week since the last podcast. Um, but it hasn't been that productive when it comes to crocheting. So I will jump right in and show y'all what I'm working on. I don't have much. I um I only have one new project and I can't wait to show y'all. This is my new project. So this is a Brinley cowl. Y'all, I'm on a cowl kick. I can't help it. It's just I gotta get it out of my system. I just gotta get it out of my system. So, I already have a pattern for the Brinley cowl, but I am modifying it a bit, and I am using sock weight yarn. Yeah. This is my first time crocheting with sock weight yarn. I am pretty sure I have said that I would probably never crochet with sock weight yarn before. But never say never, huh? But I have seen so many people crocheting with sock weight yarn and it just looks so pretty. And my sock weight base is so soft. I couldn't help it. I'm like, might as well. Hey, Missy. So I kept a hank of January's Yarn Club yarn, and this is Hummingbird Hues. And I happen to keep a sock weight base. So I am making a Brinley cowl with it. So I'm pretty excited. I did change the pattern up a bit because I just wanted a different look. So we'll see if I like it. At this point, I feel like I'm pretty dedicated because I've gotten this far. Um, but I really like it. I will say that it's a huge difference going from worsted weight to sock weight yarn. Um, I feel like with worsted weight yarn, like, it's not floppy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it stays. But, with sock weight, there's so much drape to it and it's so soft. So I think, it's a little harder for me to hold on to, but it's a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So I think I have a new obsession, and I'm kinda kicking myself because I'm like, I really don't have much time to crochet, and now I'm using sock weight yarn, so it takes a little bit longer. Hey, Danielle. I love it. I really am surprised at how much I love crocheting with sock weight yarn. I am using a 4 millimeter crochet hook, so I feel like that is making a huge difference. I feel like if I was using a smaller hook, I probably wouldn't enjoy it so much, but I did want it to be kind of airy and flowy because it's more of a spring cowl. It's definitely not a winter thing. So yeah, that's really all that I have new. I'm still working on the berry scarf, and in full transparency, I left the project bag in here after the live or the last podcast. And I buried it under Yarn Club stuff. So I haven't gotten any further on the berry scarf. So I'm not even going to show y'all that today. And I actually just dug it out. So I would go put it on my cart so I could make some progress with that. Um, I have pretty bad lighting in my house, and in the evenings, my husband really just wants to unwind when he watches TV, so he doesn't really like the overhead lights, like the bright lights to be on. So, I really need pretty good lighting when I'm working on, the berry scarf because you can really easily miss where you wanna work your stitch into, so that's part of the reason why, I haven't gotten any further on that. And same with the Copland shawl, I haven't really had time to knit. I think I just now made it to the progress keeper from either last week or the week before, I can't remember. Um, and this weekend, when I did have some time to crochet, I worked on some sunshine iced coffee cozies for the local tea shop. They were completely out. So I whipped up like 10 of them. Um, and I'm hoping that's gonna last them for a while because I don't really know when I will be able to just dedicate time to whipping them up. So that's really all that I have as far as like my projects, like my crochet projects. So yes, the those stitches, those are actually which it's very similar to the bean stitch. It's a puff stitch, but yes, it definitely helps it go faster. Those yard eaten stitches definitely help it work up faster. Um let me see. So, I am shipping out Yarn Club on Friday. Super excited about that, y'all. The colorways this month. I was just talking to a friend of mine about the colorways, and all I'm gonna say is that there's only 2. One of the colorways, I mean, I love them both, but they both, like, give me different feelings. Like, one of them is just, like, I don't know, it's, like, soothing and calm and just I don't know, it's so pretty, and I'm just like, "Oh, I love it." And I already have, like, so many ideas for projects. And then the other one, it speaks to me. Like, it just brings me so much joy. I know all you yarn lovers will understand, like, the yarn like, just different emotions you get from different yarns. Like, you have those colors that are just like, "Oh, this goes right to my heart." And then you have the colors that are, like, super gorgeous and just give you, I don't know, just different feelings. So, I'm not gonna say any more, so I don't wanna ruin any surprises, but I cannot wait, um, for them to see the colors and the extras this month. Let me tell y'all, March tested my gangster, let me tell you. Like, I feel like I have developed a lot of patience over the last few years, and I try to just be, like, super understanding, not let, like, the little things stress me out, but, oh my goodness, it was, like, one thing after another this month, so I'm just glad it all came together at the in the nick of time, and, I'm working my way through picking out everybody's yarn, that they're gonna get. So, yeah. So, I'm having fun this week. What else was I gonna show you? Oh, so while we're talking about yarn, I meant to grab my, Bristol cowl. So, I had 2 cowl designs kind of back to back, and I named one Bristol and one Brecken. Like, hindsight's 2020. Like, I should have changed them up. Um So, that's why I have to hesitate, but the Bristol cowl, did I say that right? Yes, the Bristol cowl is the one that is just it's kinda tight around your neck. I don't know where it's at. Oh, it's up there. I'm not gonna get that. But anyways, and I used tweed yarn with it, and I also made one with zebra yarn. I will link the podcast episode that I show that in the show notes once I get done. But I dyed up some tweeds and I am putting a kit together. It's really just gonna be the yarn and the crochet pattern. Like, I'm not gonna have any extras in there. It's just with shipping issues and stuff right now, I don't wanna put any more stress on there, but I can't wait to show y'all the colors. So, first, I am doing champagne blush again. I had a lot of my yarn club members that just love this color. I loved this color, and that's what I actually made my first Bristol cowl out of. Um, oh, y'all already know blushy pinks. They're just my thing right now. Okay, so that is one of the options. And let me look at my notes because I can't remember the names of these. And then the other one is this color. And I am calling this one Cloudless Sky because it just makes me think of like a bright spring sky. You know what I'm talking about? Like, in the winter, we're just used to all the clouds, and then it's like sometimes spring gets here, and then it's like nothing but rain clouds. So I'm just thinking of like one of those perfect spring days that the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky. So this is what this pretty blue made me think of. So this one is Cloudless Sky, and then Soothing Sage, just like a really, really soft sage color. Nice spring green. So that's one of the other options. What else? And then this one, Spring Rain, made me think of, you know, the sky right before you have just like one of those soft spring rains, not like thunderstorm or anything like that. But I really like this one too. And you have all those like little scented wax melts and stuff that are like rain themed. They all seem to be this color. So that's where that idea came from. Then the last one, I had to limit myself to 5 because y'all know I can get carried away. And I only had a limited amount of tweed yarn, so I was like, "I've gotta limit myself." So the last one is Lilac Bloom. I wish I had good lighting and I could really do this justice. I feel like my pictures, though, I was able to capture, there's just slightly different tones of purple in here. I can't explain it, but it's really, really pretty. So this is Lilac Bloom. It made me think of the beautiful purple lilacs. We used to have a lilac bush in my backyard when I was a kid in the house that I grew up in, and they like were huge. They're like overgrown. And in the inside, we kinda had, like, a little fort in there, and oh my gosh, it was my favorite thing in the spring, was our lilac bushes, and this reminded me of those beautiful purple, lilacs, and we used to always pick flowers for my mom and give them to her, and she'd put them in a cup and put them on the table, and oh my goodness, just the smell of lilacs. So, that's where that came from. And the tweed yarn, oh, I love working with the tweed. So those will be coming really soon. My yarn club members will get first chance at them tomorrow. And then whatever is left will go in the yarn shop for kits. And I went live on, was it Saturday? I went live on Saturday because I needed to dye some yarn and for something else I have coming. And I'm like, "You know what? Why don't I just go live?" So I already knew one of the colors that I wanted to do, and then I was like, they always pick the best colors, so I'm just gonna go live and let them pick the next one. So I'm gonna show y'all that. So these are the colors that I picked. Y'all, I love speckles. I really love pairing speckles with a tonal. And I think this would be really pretty depending on what colors, like, you wanted to pop, but I'm thinking, like, more spring. I think I would wanna go with a soft teal maybe to match the teal in there, or maybe a pink. Part of me, honestly, wants to go with the navy because navy is just, like, one of those safe colors, but part of me kinda wants to just pick something different, so Missy, the tweeds are DK weight, but honestly, it's like the best it's like the best of both worlds. It's in between like a DK and a worsted weight. So it works up really nice. So it's a thicker DK weight, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Words are hard, y'all. I've been working on the content and like the lessons for the Take Back Your Time challenge. And let me tell you, my brain is stretched. So words are hard today. Now these are worsted weight. All of the speckled ones are worsted weight though. So yeah, so this one I'm still not really sure. But I think whatever I do decide to pair this with, I think I want it to be not so bright. More of complementing than contrasting, if that makes sense. So let me show y'all the one that y'all picked the colors out on. Oh my goodness. Talking about colors that just make your heart happy. This made my heart so happy. Look at that. How pretty. This just screams spring to me with the greens and the pinks and the blue. Um, let's see if y'all can see that. So pretty. I have no idea what color I would pair this with. I'm gonna have to overthink it. I'm thinking maybe a soft turquoise. I don't know. I can't decide if I want to like a soft turquoise or an aqua or something bright. I don't know. Maybe even a green. Oh, Danielle, I like that watercolor, drips. Yeah, so and then that's all the yarn I have to show y'all today. Isn't that terrible? But I did get a shipment of yarn in, so I'm pretty excited. So I will have more soon. So there they are, side by side. I'm just loving the speckles. And then I'll show y'all the tweeds again real quick. There we are. All right, so that is all of the yarn, and the Bristol Cowl calls for 1 hank of, the DK weight. So it's, I think I had just a little bit left over, so it works out really well. Let me see. And that's all I really have today. It's just been crazy. Um So the Take Back Your Time challenge starts on, for some reason, y'all, I want to say it's May and it's March, March 25th through the 31st. And I will have a link below. And most of it's just going to be through emails. And then I will have the option for you to join a class. Like I'm going to go live on the 29th and the 30th and, like, go deeper than what the emails do, and then on the 31st, I will have, like, a live Q&A where you can jump on and ask questions, and I will answer them live, so I'm just getting geared up for that, and I'm really excited, but also, like, really nervous too. So funny because yesterday I was like, "Okay, I just need to do, like, a brain dump and just get all of this stuff out of my head," and so I did that, but I really feel like I was trying to go from like 0 to 1,000, and I'm like, "Okay, this is just too much." So, I'm gonna have to trim that back some. So, I will focus on that later, but I worked on some more stuff today, and, I know myself enough now that it's like, I can't keep pushing when my brain's tired because I'm not gonna get anywhere. So, I'm gonna take a breather and I am going to do a video of March's Yarn Club reveal in just a bit, but it's going to be, I'm just going to record it and it won't go live for a couple weeks because I don't want to ruin any of the fun for my Yarn Club members. So I'm going to do that before I do ship outs on Friday. And I think I have a couple other things to do on my to-do list. And then I'm just going to kind of relax this afternoon and plan some more yarn dyeing sessions because I have so many ideas. And I'm really kind of wanting to get a couple of more like spring colorways out of my system. And then I think I'm going to probably be moving on to summer. But I also feel like before I start the next month's yarn club, I feel like I just want to have a dye day where I just go in and just have fun. Like, don't even think about it. Like, those seem to be the best colorways is, like, when I just go in and, like, I pick a couple of colors and then just do my thing and, just have a fun day. So, I think I may do that too and just kinda see, can see what I come up with. So, anyways, I'm sorry that this is so short this week, but I wanted to at least show up and say, "Hey," and show y'all what, I've got going on, and, I'm sure that I will have more next week. We'll see. I'm hoping that I can get everything done that I need to get done. And then during the like take back your time challenge, I won't be stressed and I can really like get some crocheting in. And I'm kind of curious to see how much progress I can make with this sock weight yarn, especially since it's my first time crocheting with it. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly went in thinking like, "Okay." Like, I had an exit strategy. I'm like, "If I don't like this, I'm gonna give it, like, a fair chance. But if I don't like it, I'll just stop it, halfway, or I'll stop after a couple of hours," or something like that. Like, I was already, like, planning on not liking it, and, after the first couple rows, I'm like, "This really isn't bad." And I'm like, "Who am I right now?" Like, I really wanted to, like, I don't know. I guess I wanted to be right that it just wasn't in me to crochet with sock weight yarn. So, anyways, I was wrong. Um, Thank you, Missy. Yes, my back is a lot better. I've really had to take it easy, which is hard for me. I'm one of those, like, I want to just be going and doing. So I've taken it easy the last couple days, and a heating pad is my best friend. And that has really seemed to help. So, note to self, I'm not as young as I used to be. And I shouldn't be like jumping right back in the gym. I'm going to continue to take it easy and probably not go back to the gym until maybe the end of next week if I'm okay. So, thank you for checking on me. I do feel a lot better. It was a rough day the other day, let me tell you. Okay. So, I'm going to jump off of here. Thank y'all for joining live. I always enjoy chatting with y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon. And until next week, happy crocheting.